So today I'm servicing this customer's C4. This is going to be the first of a series of videos where I'll be servicing the vehicle. So we're going to start off now with the oil and oil filter. First thing we need to do is remove this air duct here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch the two tabs at the bottom and just pull the tube out. We give it a little twist and slide it out from the inside there. That now it exposes the oil filter. As you can see, it's inside a housing here. This is it here, my finger's on it, just in case you weren't aware. So what we're going to do is get a 27mm socket on that and slowly work it out. So you want to work it out until it's loose, and then you want to just leave it then for the oil to drain in. Just go and have a cup of tea or something, or whatever you want to do. Just let the oil seep back into the engine so you don't make as much of a mess. Leave that set now. Go away and collect the parts for the next part of the job, and then come and pull it out. All the oil should drain back in now, so it doesn't tip out all over the floor. These can be in there a bit tight. You might need to move the hose a bit away. And as soon as you get it out, put it straight into a catch can or a drip tray. I'm using an old oil bottle where I cut the lid off to hold them in. Now what you want to do is pull the oil filter out, clean out the housing, and put in the new seal on. So this is a square seal, so you want to make sure it's all sat flush, so it's not twisted or anything like that, because it'll cause a leak. Once that's sat flush, chuck a new filter in. If you see here, I've greased up the oil seal. That should prevent leaks and increase its ability to seal on the housing now. And then what we're going to do is just twist it back into place by hand. I'm going to be careful with these because they are a bit awkward to get to. You could sort of cross-thread it or whatnot, so just take your time to make sure everything's lined up properly. There's no rush, is there? And then once everything's done, just tighten it up the rest of the way with the ratchet, like the same way as you removed it. You don't want to go too tight on this. These have a 25 Newton meters of torque, which is basically hand tight. So I'm quite happy with that. If you go any tighter, you could split the plastic or damage it in some way. If I zoom up here now, you should be able to see the 25 Newton meters. See it there. Different vehicles, if you're watching this just as a guide, different vehicles might have different specs, so check yours. It's normally on that place there. You can see here the slip plug, 21mm screw to vein. Just want to loosen this up with a ratchet. Make sure you've got something underneath to catch it with, because you don't want to get oil all over your floor, the garage or your drive or the street outside. Your neighbours will not be happy. What I normally do at this point is just spin it loose and let the bolt fall into the bucket, only because when it's raining like this and you get a little bit of oil on your hands, it you get on the floor and the customer doesn't seem to be too happy, and your neighbours won't be. It's a tiny little bit of oil, but they can avoid it. Anyway, so let all that drain out, and then you're going to tighten it up again. Again, this is just nice and snug. You don't want to over tighten this because you will damage it. And jumping up to the top now, we're going to fill this up. So I have a big funnel, and the thing is that the big end doesn't fit in, and then the smaller end is loose. So the way that I've come to do these is just by using the filter box. I mean, it frees up my hands, so I can use two hands on the bottle for the oil, and then I could just throw this away when I've finished with it. Just makes life a little bit easier. Just a little hack for you, you know. if you go on to technical data, I can put a link for some in the description for you. You can know exactly how much this goes in. So if you just pour as much in as you can, well, that's needed. I tend to put in a couple of litres at a time, then check the dipstick, and then work off of that, just so we know there's nothing there. Try not to make as much as a mess as I am. I don't know why I'm doing that for. I'm just looking underneath now, see if there's any leaks coming from the sump plug. Everything seems to be okay. You don't want to put 5 litres in and look underneath for all 5 litres draining back up. So once you've checked it, get back up on top and start filling it back up again. Tilted it now so I don't make so much mess this time. I seen you were judging me. I'm going to check on the dipstick. Wipe the old stuff off. Put it all the way back in. Check see how it sits. At this now, I'm trying to look so it's just over maximum, that's where I want it. And then when you run the engine, the oil filter will fill back up and it should sit on the maximum. Don't overfill it too much though, because then you'll end up having to drain some off. Anyway, that's how you change the oil and filter on your Citroen C4. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit the subscribe button and the bell so you can get all my next videos. Cheers, thank you.